I still barely know any songs, but I do know that Rocksmith 2014 Remastered, gotta get off this my neck, is much better than its predecessor in almost every single way. What's going on, everybody? My name is Jack Jenkins, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be rocking out with the brand new Rocksmith 2014. It's juice and jam time.
For self-improvement, crafts, and fitness games, go ahead and turn on YouTube and watch Jack.
Let me first start off by saying that this is not my first rodeo on the guitar. I played and reviewed the original Rocksmith 60-day challenge for both bass and guitar, so I'm not a complete beginner, except for that, I have no experience. If you're watching to see how good you can get in 60 days, then watch that previous video. This is more from like day 61 today to day 120. I'll also be comparing this game to that one a lot. So I recommend watching that original review or just, playing it for yourself. I'm using the same exact guitar as last time. I am using my brand new computer since my old one would probably die trying to run it. That's why it's all so smooth and not laggy at all. Look how beautiful it is. As far as gameplay goes, it's pretty much the same. A few new things pop up, such as these accent notes that were not in the first one. This lets you know to strum that one a little harder to make it stick out. So instead of, you also have finger notes, which are now a thing in the game as well. So instead of just you giving that percussion sounds, you basically just mute the string with the finger. Mute the string with the finger. It makes playing songs like Harder to Breathe by Maroon 5 a lot easier to play. They also added arpeggios to the game, making it easier for songs such as Good Enough by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Basically, it tells you in advance where to put your fingers, and then you strum the notes through. Overall, these three additions are great ones that make the game more playable and more enjoyable. I will say that for the accent notes, that it doesn't really count if you play it louder than the rest of the notes, which is a bit bummer, but I guess it would be kind of difficult to show the user and demonstrate how hard to play it. Let's go! One thing they did change is to recognize mute notes. Back in the original, if you didn't palm mute the notes, your messages, it would still count. Follow this, it is no longer the case, which is good. So they count if you mute it or not. So this will count, this wouldn't. I like it when the game punishes me for doing wrong because it forces me to get better. Plus I like punishment in general. They also changed the bends, how they work. Initially, you could just bend however much as you wanted, and it would still recognize. Now they added half step bends, full step bends, and even more. You can tell how much they want to bend it by the little arrows. They also changed how the bend is shaped, so you know when to release it and hold the note. This took me a while to learn because I was just so used to overbending everything, thanks to no directions from the original game. I would be lying to say I got the hang of it, but at least I can score some points in Killer Queen by, Queen. The scoring system in the first game has now been reworked into a score attack mode. You have to maintain a high enough score in this section to win. If you don't and you get 3 X's, then you're out. For the main game, you work off a percentage. Depending on how many notes you hit and how your difficulty level of the song is, you will get a percentage at the end. You want to try and get 100%, which means you have mastered the song. Speaking of master, the master mode is now based on the song section rather than, just a mode you unlock at the end of beating the song after getting 100 points, like in the original game. This means that you can be playing a song and seeing notes for one section and then have the notes disappear in the next. This is another change I love since it slowly trains you to learn sections of a song rather than just, throwing you into the deep end, kind of like the first game. The lessons are also improved in the game as well. With more lessons and more parts to each lesson, I feel like I can actually master a skill. The video quality is also much better in the lessons, although, that's kind of expected to increase with time. I would have liked for there to be even more practice tracks for each lesson. Maybe have a beginner, medium, and hard practice track for each lesson in the game. For the fretting lessons, it's all on one string. Maybe have 2 or more tracks that will have you practicing up and down different strings. Maybe even have it like more gaps to kind of play. Just to help you nail it down. Of course, practice is never a bad thing, so I would like for that to be added. They have practice tracks for sale, but if I'm going to be buying a song pack, it wouldn't be a practice track. I should have gotten that for free. I gotta be saving up that money for that Nickelback song pack. Look at this photograph. Every time I look at it makes me laugh. I try to laugh about it. The mini-games in the Guitarcade have also been improved as well. They are much more complex and actually feel like a small arcade game now. Best of all, the bending game is gone. No more dumb, useless, not working, garbage baseball game. It has been changed to one where you have to bend the branches for the archaeologist to crawl up and down. Some useless ones, like the whale game, is supposed to reach you and teach you how to use your sound volume knob, but some, like the string skip saloon, is just pure arcade fun. I wish there were more of them, and they could use a bit better design, such as giving you the ability to restart after a mistake. However, they are fun little distractions as you practice and get better. Do they are perfect? No. Do they make you into a guitar master? No. But they are good distractions to help teach you the basic skills. Now let's get into the most crucial part of the game, the set list. The songs in this game are great. There are 66 songs in the game, almost 10 more than what was in the original, and they cover pretty much every genre and subgenre in rock. You got the calm and smooth Stay In by Jaws, and you get the hard rocking Cemetery Gates by Pantera. They also range in complexity from the constant double stops of Blitzkrieg Bop by the Maroon to the endless tapping of Such Boogie. Here's the full set list. I am slowly scrolling on the screen so you can see all the songs. They got Queen, Nirvana, Kiss. They got everybody. If this isn't enough, then they got DLC for days, which you can purchase. They kept that going for 7 years, up until 2020, which is super impressive. You can also import every song, almost every song I should say, from the first game into the second, including DLC. Best of all, new techniques such as the finger mutes are added to those old songs. Overall, no matter your style, you can find a song in the game that you want to play. If not officially, then you can head over to Custom Forge and see what they don't have for DLC for free. Not endorsing it since it could be used illegally depending on whatever country you're from or whatever MP3s you purchase, but just saying it's possible. For these reviews, I'm not doing them just because that's outside of the purchasability for the game, but If I wasn't, I would dip my toe in. Now it's time for my favorite segment in these video game reviews, what I want in a sequel. Now that I know that they're working on a new Rocksmith 2021 or whatever, so I need to get this one major complaint out of the way. Where the hell is the journey mode? I love that in the original game, as it forced me to repeat a song until I could beat it. I know they have like those loose set of challenges, but I like the structure of journey mode. Maybe have a story about a teenager becoming a rock star, just to keep things interesting, kind of like the Guitar Hero games have. I know that there's just so much you can do with it, but instead they just removed it. I mean, you can have both a journey mode and a challenge mode, right? You can do both and keep both things interesting. I would also want more Guitarcade games in the collection. Why not have them include other Ubisoft characters as well? That'd be so cool. You can place the jungle guy with Rayman, or have the scale rations happens in like Trackmania. Throw Prince of Persia somewhere in the game. Come on. You got this rich history and all these game characters, Ubisoft. Go ahead and use them in this game. It'll make all of us fat nerds go wild. Overall, I had a fantastic time with the game. I went from this in the beginning of my 60 Days with 2014 to this at the end. And then just to show the contrast, here's me in the original Rocksmith first day. And me at the end of 2014. I definitely felt like I have improved and got comfortable with chords and other techniques. I won't stop, as there are other sites and apps I want to try, but this game gave me a great head start to becoming a guitar god. That right, Stevie T. I'm coming for your YouTube throne. I can play Angela. I forgot how to play Angela. Well, looks like you can keep your throne, Stevie T. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video on guitar. Rocksmith 2014 Remastered on guitar. I have 60 more days with the bass before I'm done. Here's the sheet for the game. I recommend you download it and try it for yourself. If you like this video, please thumbs up, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can expect a new video every single week on things such as self-development, product tries, and fitness game reviews. If enough of you subscribe, I can enable ads to get that 4K 60 FPS camera. Imagine if I did the showers with that beast. You can see every little bit of his body. If you have any suggestions on videos you would like to see, then please leave a comment. I try and make sure to make any requests posted, as I love trying new and exciting things. Follow me on Twitter at TrueJackJenk. I post when the videos come out, and that's pretty much it. I hate Twitter. Lastly, have a fantastic day, everyone, and let's rock out. I gotta fix that.